Malice, malice, malice. That's all I fucking hear about.
Can I get you some coffee or something?
Listen to this. The darlings of community television, Jack, Tolly, and Sarah, are the triple threat on Channel 31's primetime lineup, a diversion from the usual shows about gardening with minorities and hobbies nobody cares about. These novices have struck black gold with black comedy tour de force Malice Aforethought.
But you have so many shows. Your own sitcom, the karaoke call-in idol, the sketch show, and now you're the one selected by the University TV Club to do a documentary for their gala dinner. You're the true star.
Yes, but I have to include their show in the documentary. Malice Aforethought. More like Schmalish a Schmor Schmort.
Ooh, they make me so angry.
Derivative shit. I'm there all week, working my sweet ass off at their TV club. Without me, all they'd have is their precious malice.
So, what are you going to do, Frank?
I don't know yet, but it's going to be big. It's going to make a real statement to the TV club. They'll remember who the real star is.
Without me, all they would have is their precious malice.
So, what are you going to do, Frank?
I don't know, but it's going to be something big. It's going to make a real statement at the TV club. They're going to remember who the real star of the show is.
Can you guys behave? I'm the treasurer of the TV club, and Frank's got a lot of sway there. We have to be on his good side for this documentary, or else he's going to make you two look like the dickheads that you are.
Look, you don't have to keep kissing Frank's ass. You're our supervising producer. Malice Aforethought to your baby too now.
Oh, and you're growing so much these days, I bet you've stopped menstruating.
Great. More gross, disgusting shock value humour. Can you please try to minimise how much you discredit and embarrass our show when he gets here? He's already out to get us.
No, he is not. It's in your head. And don't snap at Tolly. We're in sync these days.
Yeah, and you're the one talking about kissing Frank's ass, you sicko.
That is a common figure of speech.
Yeah, and you're the one he hates anyway. Me and Sarah are only getting wet from the spillover hate of you laughing at his reasons to join the TV club music video.
You were already snorting. I was laughing less at Frank and more about this clip I saw on the internet of this disgusting fat kid called Tolly Shapiro on a show called Malice Aforethought.
I'm always the one that has to pick up after you in these things. Because of your faux pas, Jack, I've had to reduce the funding for Malice.
What, by making us cast a diversity character in every episode?
Where is Kent anyway?
He wasn't available. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll just have to find something on the show later.
Would you like me to start setting up the equipment, Jefe Serra?
No, Esteban. Just wait for Frank to arrive so he can document your process.
Okay, mi Conchita.
Okay, he's here. Please behave. This means a lot to me.
Hello, children.
Hey, Frank. What's happening?
I'm so sorry, Sarah. I know how much you like to run a tight ship.
Frank.
Oh, anyway, I had to stop up at the train station to pick up young Andrew here.
Sorry, guys. The trains were delayed.
Sometimes I wish Hitler was still around. You know, because he made the trains run.
Anyway, when are you guys going to set up?
Oh, Tolly, you're such a scream. I've actually been here for over an hour with the other camera person.
2 camera people.
Oh my god, Harriet?
How long has she been there for?
I hope you don't mind. Your darling mother let me in so I could get a few establishing shots.
I was asleep.
It's fine, Frank. How about we start setting up?
find out a terrible, terrible secret about Tolly, which he claims is not true.
It's not true.
And instead of reaching a peaceful acceptance, he spirals into a spiral of lies. It's kind of like that movie with the guy that can stop time, but every time he does, he dies.
Oh, so original, you guys. I mean, like, wow. Jack and Tolly are here. Let the hijinks ensue.
For fuck's sake, Esteban, stop being such a sheep.
So I was on the bus the other day, and the driver was like, that's a zone 2. And I was like, I like down there. Yeah.
What do you have to do? You have to do the cables.
What do you want?
He's making us look like idiots.
Well, for most of you, that is quite an accurate portrayal.
How do we sabotage him?
Why are we discussing this now? You'd think this would be something we'd discussed before his insidious little crew got here.
But this is so clandestine and cool.
Even our absence is suspicious. Let's get back.
Wait. Why don't we turn the cameras back on them? Make an episode about a documentary crew following a show.
So this will be an episode about a documentary about a show in which the characters are making a show.
Yes.
No one is going to expect our dumb audience of stupid friends and you and Sarah's even stupider families to follow something that complex, you fucking moron.
I guess you're right. Hey, since when did Harriet turn to the dark side?
I know, she had so much potential.
No, we can fix her.
My job, it's like I cater, I do the tapes. No, I like Jack. He's a bit, look, it's not that I hate him or anything. Tolly's more, like, while Jack is the mind behind it, Tolly's more the mascot, I would say. I also work with, like, Sarah, and she doesn't really have any creative input either because, you know, have you seen her coursework? It's, like, worse than yours, so.
None taken.
Esteban. He's quite a good cameraman, I think, and I enjoy watching him.
Annoying habits on set?
Probably Tolly sniffing my hair. And other than that, Sarah just pretty much being a bitch.
And what do you think of the other projects the club does?
They're good. I'm not saying that the other shows are bad or anything. That's why I chose this one, and clearly I don't really like this one that much, but imagine at least I'm not working on one of the other shows.
Thanks, Kimber, you're a gem.
Is that sound check good?
Just go from the top again.
How am I meant to act? Can you see my script? Can you see my script?
For the past 5 months of knowing you, Sarah has thought for the entire time... Were you going to interrupt me then?
Oh, sorry.
Say 3.5. I changed to 3.5.
Come on, guys.
For the past 5 months of knowing you, Sarah has thought for the entire time that you were gay.
How did you discover this little gem then?
Well, she was talking to her friend Cassandra, and Cassandra was talking to her about how much time she was spending with her delightful new gay friend.
Sarah might actually have a gay friend.
No, Cassandra.
Oh, Cassandra might actually have a gay friend. Why does it necessarily have to be me?
Well, that's the best part. She naturally assumed it was you.
Naturally assumed. Fucking scuzzbag. Hope she gets punched with a brick.
Okay, so that's when we'll have the flashback there.
I don't think she gets that joke that you do every time she mentions Cassandra, that you guys are best friends. No. I think she actually thought you guys were quite close.
She's met my ex-girlfriend.
So what did you say? You say that to me.
Yeah, but she's met my ex-girlfriend.
You say to me, so what did she say?
So what did she say? Sorry.
Well, you said sorry at the end of the line, so say it again. I said, Tolly's not gay, and she said, but he wears all those scarves.
This is Melbourne. I just looked at the camera. If everybody who wore a scarf was gay, they'd call it...
We have to do it again. You can see Harriet arm in shot.
That's the elephant in the room.
Guys, I didn't mean to. I'm really sorry.
Okay, guys, we have to get this done. Can you please move over?
Were you calling me fat?
No, fuck this.
Guys, we've got to get this done.
Jack?
One more.
Are my eyebrows okay, by the way? Are they? Ooh. Jack and Tolly. Oh, the gay and the fat one. It was awkward at the beginning, you know, I looked at them, they looked at me. Jack gave me a wink. I don't know what that was about. So, you know, I thought it was customary in this country, so I just winked back, you know. I'm like, and then he licked his lips, and so I said, okay, I'll lick my lips too. I was Sarah. She's okay, you know. A bit, you know, you can look at her.
Are you happy with the equipment you're working with?
Are you talking about what I think you're talking about? Yeah? Tripod. I'm having interview. Go away. Cue me.
Like, seriously, I can't handle him today. He's just being such a chore.
Clown.
So, Tolly, is there any truth to the plot of the episode?
Well, I used to wear these purple Havaianas when we first met, and so she did, but then Jack cleared it up, so it was fine.
And what about you, Jack? Does your sexuality play a big role in the show?
It does in the sense that it's the punchline for all of Tolly's jokes. Some people rely on stereotypes to make up for a lack of wit or personality.
Oh, Jack, some people can be so naive.
Speaking of fascinating but extremely normal sexual orientations, Jack, do you have a boyfriend at the moment?
I'm working my magic.
He has an open ad in the MX.
Really?
That is not true.
Pale 19, 6 paternal, 18 to 18.
Don't!
He's actually, Frank, he's actually been telling people that he was molested as a kid, so that they would like be shocked at how normal he turned out.
Oh, God, Tolly.
Fuck.
Does anyone want to hear anything funny?
We do. We just doubt that you can deliver.
Okay. So, I was at uni last week, and I was like going to the elevator, and I started like speaking to this guy. I asked him what time it was. We were going up 5 floors together, and then when I left the elevator, I said, "Nice to meet you." It was really awkward. What isn't Malice Aforethought? It's a complex labyrinth of different styles of humour and cinema. You know, when you're lying in bed on a Saturday morning and it's raining outside and you're just listening to the rain and you're sort of, you know, half dream and half awake sort of state, and that's what Malice Aforethought is.
How long have you been best friends?
Probably since Year 9 in high school.
Yeah, well, really good friends. I don't know about best friends.
I think of the show as my personal life. I got teased a lot, you know, I felt like I lived a life of very loud desperation.
What do you think of other club shows?
For every Citizen Kane, you have to have... The world is a series of binary opposites, and so I think there's a really complementary nature about the other shows. Like, Frank, I don't talk to you. Yeah, I think the other shows are really good.
Where do you see yourself in 20 years?
6 feet under.
20 years is such a long time. Obviously, I see myself being the same weight. Is that what you're asking?
One day, it's all going to catch up to him. We'll see who the fat sidekick is.
If you weren't at Van Diemen's, what would you be doing?
I saw that movie Sliding Doors, so I'd probably have a new boyfriend if I...
Your friend's worst quality?
The other day, he borrowed one of our towels, and then he returned it, and there was a stain on it. Thanks.
He may not like the hand that he's dealt, but he needs to play this game of cards that is life.
My best quality is that, like, you remove any element of the show, like anything, you've still got a product. You take me, you've just got a bunch of wogs and Mexicans running around, like, doing nothing. Basically, I'm like the skeleton of which everything else saps the nutrients from.
Yeah, you just get the
That
numbers.
one?
Yeah, the numbers. You just put it on there. Well, that's a big camera for such a little girl.
Thanks, Frank gave it to me. And then I will cut the head off the proverbial and literal beast by showing everyone how mean they've been to each other. Am I interrupting something? My dear, you're here at last.
Come in, Harriet. Come and share all those naughty secrets about Jack and Tully.
What are you talking about?
You were right to come to me, girl. I know the power that you could not have wielded with those two. But there are sweeter fruits for you to savour yet.
Oh, are you guys acting? Because I'm filming this.
Come, join us, Harriet. They are not your friends. They're fools.
Join you in what? I need TV experience, and working on your show was like watching paint grow.
Well, the downfall of those hacks is imminent. Join us, or you shall fall.
Fuck off! I'm telling Sarah on you.
No, don't.
Don't.
From Charlie's line or my line?
From Troy's line.
The whole thing?
I double dog dare you.
Woof.
Sorry, can you just go in a bit closer?
Up before you can say something.
Sorry guys, go back.
But last time we did it the other way. Fine, we'll just have it both ways. And then...
Biting satire, Tolly, great.
Yeah, doing much better.
Action.
The whole thing?
I double dog dare you.
Woof.
Can we take that again? The zoom was a bit staggered.
Can't you just fix that up in post, Jack?
No, that looks crap.
Doing digital zoom is reduces the quality. Like taking the worm out with the tequila.
Why is that?
Can you just like Google it or ask someone after the shoot and not hold up everyone's time for your little, oh, just wait while I solve everything discussion? You know what, I'm happy with the take before last, Mr. Run. We'll just leave it at that. I'm going to get the stuff for the battle.
It's funny to see how similar you and Frank are, you know, when you're directing. And that Andrew boy, he couldn't keep his eye off you.
Shut the fuck up, I know what you're doing.
What? What am I doing? I think it's funny to see how similar you and Frank are.
I think it's funny to see how everyone's just naturally tired and frustrated towards the end of a shoot, but you're the only one that needs to piss other people off to alleviate his own tension.
Well, at least I don't feel the need to suffer silently like a martyr and then snap at something stupid.
I actually think it's quite appropriate to snap when someone sighs. Ironically, every time they're asked to do something, everyone's sick and tired, but you're the only one that needs to make a hilarious joke about how sick and tired you are.
Well, we can't all be Mr. Serious, can we? We can't all use our authoritative voice that inspires so much confidence. Guys, I'm hungry, so let's break for lunch. I don't care how it disrupts the shooting schedule.
I don't have 7 years of binge eating waiting to digest to my fat gut. I didn't actually get any kind of sustenance from one organic rice leaf in between takes, which doubles our fucking food budget, which, of course, we haven't seen Sarah chase out from the club yet.
I told you, Kim hasn't given me all the receipts.
That was a month ago. How come you're waiting so long? Have you asked her to make you a collage or something?
Oh, Jack, I'm sure they're on the way. They're just looking for a park.
Fuck you. I'm so sick of that joke. I'm never late on a shooting day.
At least she's never actually slept through a shooting morning.
Yeah, well, at least she's never left the gear at home.
When the fuck would we trust either of you with the gear?
At least he didn't break the lens adapter.
Yeah, well, maybe he wouldn't leave the gear in the car if you released the call sheets earlier than one day before the fucking shoot.
That doesn't even make sense. Frank's waiting for us. Can we just get back? You two can PMS later.
Oh, and you don't turn into a raging bitch, princess, an hour before we finish the shoot. Oh, I'm late for my wobble match, so I'm gonna...
And fuck him, the only reason we have to put up with that poor excuse for a personality is because you don't do your job at the club and they decide shit like this without you.
Great, just great.
He probably had some bullshit thing to run off to.
No, heard you.
Go after him.
He likes you, you go after him.
Fuck's sake, I'll get him.
Sorry, my best friend Cindy just broke up with her boyfriend and she's in a really dark place. It was a total emergency.
Oh my god. Couldn't you have just jumped over the shark?
So, are you pleased?
It could not have gone better.
And their faces, they were shocked.
The disappointment, the embarrassment, and the shame. I could almost taste their suffering.
And your shows, they were the stars of the showcase.
The disappointment, the embarrassment, the shame. I could almost taste their suffering.
And your shows, Frank, they were the stars of the showcase gala.
Shut up, it wasn't too bad, was it?
I don't think I looked fat at all, actually.
It almost came across as you having a personality.
We should ask Frank what camera, lens, or filter, whatever he uses, because it almost came off as you having a skin pigment.
I like the bit where Tolly got hit by a car.
Remember that bit when Sarah's nose was on screen? It was so enormous.
I wonder if he actually wanted us to look bad, or if it was in your head the whole time.
I wonder what he's doing right now.
I wonder.